My primary background coming into HIKI NŌ was working in news, and primarily TV news. HIKI NŌ mentor really just comes into the process of trying to guide the student and their teachers through telling a story from start to finish. So usually when we come into the process is when they've developed a pitch on what they want their story to look like. And then what I like to do is to talk with the student and the teacher together about what exactly is the story that they want to tell, so that I can help tell the best story, their story, as true to them as possible, but in a way that's expressive and really fleshes out that story for the viewer. For example, Christian, who is a student from Pearl City High School, he came up with a reflection that, in my opinion, had a lot of personality. He was trying to tell a story about how he went through the pandemic and he started off with a certain group of friends. And then in the middle, he decided he didn't want his group of friends anymore, and so he shifted and made new friends. And that concept to me was just really intriguing, especially for someone who is in high school. And so while the personality was there and the story was there, I really wanted him to lay out exactly how the process happened. Because as a viewer, when you're coming into the story, I don't know his background, I don't know who his friends are, I don't know what led him to this decision. So when I was speaking with him, I really wanted to understand that and wanted to make sure that his reflection, when he was explaining the process of what happened, the viewer could kind of understand, okay, this is a very major life decision that he made. What led him to this? What prompted him to do this? And what made him better coming out of it on the other side. One thing I always tell my teachers and students in any story that I'm working on is there's no one way to tell a story. There's no perfect way to tell a story. It's really about telling their story, and their way will be the right way to tell the story. So when I offer suggestions and when I offer ideas for things that they can do, it's never meant to come from a place of, oh, I am the expert and I think you must do this. It's more of, given my experience, here's why I think this change might be better for your story. And they can choose to take that change, or they can choose to go another route. But I think what's really nice is that oftentimes we have a discussion, and when I can better understand what they want and how they want to tell their story, I can help think of ways to help them achieve that successfully.
If you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and the little bell icon to get notified immediately of new and exclusive HIKI NŌ content.